Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Pink Sky Tarot. I'm Elle. A special shout out to my subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please come join us. Also be sure to check me out on Instagram as I do daily guidance posts over there that I do over here. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading, just send me an email to pinkskytarot@gmail.com. It's down in the description box. I really appreciate everyone that has booked so far. It's been really nice getting to know you guys on a more personal level, being able to help you out with your individual journeys. All right, today we are going to get deep into some divine masculine emotions and see what's going on with him on more of an emotional level, how he's doing, what he would like to tell his divine feminine. This will probably mostly apply to twin flames that are in separation with no communication, but it can also apply if the communication is very minimal or surface level, and maybe he's not getting into his feelings with you yet. So let's just dive in and see what's going on with him. So how is the divine masculine? How is the divine masculine doing right now? 10 of coins. How is he doing right now? How is the divine masculine doing right now? Okay. That's a lot of cards. We do have the devil coming out on top, but I'm not going to take 6 cards. Let me shuffle again. I will not be surprised if the cards have a hard time coming out today, because the divine masculines usually don't want us to know what's going on with them. How is the divine masculine doing right now? There we go. I have the Star in reverse. Let's see if we can get one more. How the divine masculine is doing right now. And the World in reverse. So right off the bat, I'm feeling that his 3D world, his finances, things like that are getting sorted out, and he's feeling very comfortable and confident in things like that, like in material things with money. And I don't normally get messages like that. Usually 10 of Pentacles, I get like happy family life, things like that. But I'm getting that his finances are getting solid. He feels really good about his financial situation. I'm going to get clarifiers on these, but he's feeling hopeless or a little lost about something, and he's either having trouble closing out some sort of cycle, or he's ready to start a new one, but it hasn't started yet. So let's get some clarifiers here. Why is the Star in the reverse? Okay, so you have Page of Swords. It came out sideways, so, but it's more upright. It really feels like he's checking in on his divine feminine. And maybe he's seeing something that's going on in her life that's making him feel a little hopeless about what his future might be with her. Maybe he sees that she's doing really well on her own, and he's afraid to come in and mess up this life that she's created for herself. Or maybe he sees her with somebody and he doesn't want to, and he's afraid that it's too late. But I feel like he's watching her, probably through social media or asking mutual friends, kind of to just tap into her life a little bit and see what's going on. And something that he's seeing is making him feel a little unsure about how the connection's going to go. If maybe he's missed out, or he doesn't want to come into her life and mess up this good world that she's created for herself. Why is the World in reverse? Yeah, we have the Hierophant in reverse. It's like he wants to start this new cycle with this spiritual connection, but I think he's just a little bit afraid. There might be some illusions around him, wondering if this is real. Is it going to work out? Is she going to reject me? It's like he feels the spiritual connection. This card wouldn't have come out if he didn't feel it, but he's unsure of it. And it might be because her life is going so well, and he's afraid he's going to mess it up. But I feel like whatever 3D stuff he needed to have sorted out is pretty much sorted out, or he's comfortable enough that he's ready to move forward. And now it's just like getting over that hurdle of coming from this page into a knight and actually communicating. So I feel like, yeah, and he's afraid to start this new cycle because I think he knows once he gets this cycle going, it's off and running. Yeah. Okay. So I think in some aspects he's doing really well. He's got his life sorted out enough. And then, like I said, it's just conquering that fear of moving from this page of spying and checking things out to actually communicating. All right, what does he want to tell her? What does the divine masculine want to tell his divine feminine? What does he want to tell her? What does the divine masculine want to tell his divine feminine? What does he want to tell her? I told you guys the cards are not going to want to come out today. They don't like revealing their feelings. There we go. Oh, okay. See, Knave of Coins. This is still that page energy. The Knave is the page, so it's still that not quite mature, but at least it's in the upright, right? We have the Empress. All right, one more, please, for what he wants to tell her. Priestess. All right, so we have two very strong feminine energies right here. I feel like this is a very good indication that he's getting into his feminine energy, especially with the High Priestess, which is all about intuition and listening to your intuition, being honest with yourself about what you want. Sometimes it can be about revealing things. So there might be something he wants to reveal to her, but then we have this Empress here where he's like, I understand now. You are my Empress. You are my divine feminine. You're my divine counterpart. You are the person that I'm supposed to be with. That's what he wants to confess here with this Knave of Pentacles. He's not a knight yet, though. He still has some trepidation about coming forward or what to say and how to say it. And it's like he doesn't want to come forward and just dump all these things out because he's probably a little bit worried about how she's going to react. But he's like, it's like the buildup of the desire to communicate. He's like, it's like the universe kind of pushing that desire to communicate onto him, but he's not totally there yet. Let's get a clarifier on this Knave. Why is the Knave of Coins here? What does he want to say? See, he still has his guard up. He doesn't want to say anything just yet. He's still being a little bit guarded. That's why it's the Knave energy and not the Knight energy or even a King energy. He's still feeling a little bit guarded. But with the Empress coming right after the Knave, it's like he knows. He's like, I want to tell her she's the one. I'm just still feeling a little bit protected because probably whatever it is he's seen in her life might be intimidating to him. And like I said, he might be worried that she's built this whole life without him and he's going to come in and fuck it all up, you know? So that's not going to happen. We as the Divine Feminines know that, yes, our lives are going really well right now and we like where we're at, but that's just the tiny little thing that's missing, right? Is our Divine Masculine coming in. Let's get a clarifier for this High Priestess. Why is the High Priestess here? And if your Divine Masculine comes in and he does start communicating, it is going to be a little guarded. It's not going to be mushy, confessing, professing of love communication. It's going to be, how are you? Things going well? You doing okay? It's going to be kind of surface level talk at first. But let them come in slow, you know? Especially if you've been in separation for a while, let them feel out the waters. All right, why is the High Priestess here? Alright. Oh, hello. We have the Lovers and we have the Knight of Cups. See? They're listening to their intuition. They're feeling their intuition. They're not blocking it anymore. They're letting that spiritual knowledge come in. This is my divine counterpart and I want to tell her that I love her. Yeah, that's what they know now. That's what he wants you to know. He knows. He's not ready to say it yet, but he's feeling it. He's really feeling that divine connection. He misses his Divine Feminine. He wants to confess his love to her. Say, you are my Empress. But he's got some nagging fears that's kind of holding him back, keeping him from moving forward with this new cycle. All right. What does he regret? What does the Divine Masculine regret? Ace of Swords in reverse. Not moving forward with his Divine Feminine sooner. What does he regret? What does the Divine Masculine regret? Knave of Wands. And one more. Whoop, not the whole stack, please. Goodness. And one more of what he regrets. Nope, that's three more. All right, one more for what he regrets, please. Okay. And Magician in the reverse. So what does he regret? He regrets not being clear on what he wanted and going for it with the Divine Feminine. He regrets not taking action when he could have months, years before. That's what he regrets. Now this Knave of Wands, sometimes, so knaves are immature, right? Knaves pages, they're immature. They feel things and they know things, but they're not ready to do them in the way that a king would do them. So this Knave of Wands could be the chaotic communication. Coming in, feeling the feminine, and then leaving because the intensity is too much. So he might regret, if you had a lot of in and out in your connection, he might regret coming in and then pulling away because he knows that hurt his Divine Feminine. He might regret starting a relationship with her and then it becoming overwhelming and then him leaving. He might regret not being able to express his feelings in a sincere way. Maybe he just stuck with the physical, with the passion side of it because he was afraid of getting into his emotions. So that's what he regrets with this knave. And then we have the Magician in reverse. He regrets not manifesting his future, right? He regrets not having a clear start with his Divine Feminine. He knows that his actions, he knows this manifestation has been waiting in the wings. He knows it's been there the entire time. And he regrets not doing the things he needed to do to get this life with the Divine Feminine to manifest itself in the 3D. And this right here is the infinity symbol, which is also something related to twin flames, because it's, you know, infinity. And now it's in the reverse. He regrets not following through on that, not taking action towards that. Let's go ahead and get a clarifier on the Magician just to get some more info. Why is the Magician in the reverse? Yeah. He regrets staying in indecision. He regrets staying stuck. He regrets not making choices to move the manifestation forward. Because what's supposed to manifest is supposed to manifest, right? It's there. But the actions we take in our 3D world decide when this happens. You know, if you start working on yourself right away, then the manifestation is going to happen sooner. But if you ignore the things that you're supposed to work on and the things that you need to do in your life, then the manifestation is kind of paused, right? It's stuck. All right. What is his next step? What is the Divine Masculine's next step? What is the Divine Masculine's next step? See, I told you the cards, they don't want us to know. What is the Divine Masculine's next step? The Fool, taking that leap of faith. At some point, this energy, this buildup of this desire to communicate, they're going to say, fuck this, and they're just going to do it. They're going to jump off the cliff. They're going to hope that there's a nice pool of water at the bottom to catch them, but they're just going to do it. What is the Divine Masculine's next step? That's too many. It's like they don't want to say anything, and then all of a sudden they word vomit, which I feel like is probably what will happen when they start coming forward. They won't say anything real. They won't say anything deep or meaningful at first, and then one day there's going to be a moment where they just spill everything. And that's kind of what's happening with the cards. They don't want to say anything. They don't want to say anything, and then tons of cards fall out. What is the Divine Masculine's next step? See, all these cards. We don't need that many cards. All right, 2 more, please, for the Divine Masculine's next step. Okay, you have 8 of Swords and King of Swords in reverse. So with this Fool here and this 8 of Swords, 8 of Swords is when you think you're stuck in a situation and you're not. It's just a mental trapping. You're not really stuck, okay? So here they have this Star in reverse with this Page of Swords, and they're feeling hopeless, and they're not sure if this is going to work out, and maybe their Divine Feminine doesn't need them anymore, so maybe I should just stay as a page. But then they realize that this is just a mental block. Okay, they can take that leap of faith, even if they're still feeling this mental block. The Fool doesn't look, right? He just leaps. He's like, I'm just going to do it. So even if they're still feeling this mental block, they're either going to realize that it's just a mental block, or they're going to not care about it, and they're going to take the leap anyway. With this King of Swords in reverse, I feel like this is them getting out of their heads. Divine Masculines like to live in their head because it's just easier. It's easier to look at logical things and practical things and 3D things, but you can't make choices around your Divine Feminine and your spiritual well-being with your head. Now, your plan sometimes needs to come from your head, but the decisions need to come from your heart. So I feel like that's them kind of getting out of their heads, which is going to make them realize that they're not stuck in this 8 of Swords energy, and then they can just go ahead and take the leap. Why is the King of Swords in the reverse? Too many cards. Look. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Swords upright. It came in the reverse earlier. And now, that was their regret, right? Now they're letting go. They're getting out of their heads and they're letting go of this mental block that's been keeping them from moving forward. And they're clear. They're clear on what they want and where they want to go. They might, they still might have some, difficulty getting there, but they're clear now. That getting out of their head is what's going to help move them forward. All right. I wasn't going to get advice, but let's get advice for the Divine Feminines that have watched this reading. So what advice do we have for the Divine Feminines while their masculines are getting ready to take the leap? What advice do we have for the Divine Feminines? Re-energize. If your Divine Masculine is about to come forward, you might be feeling some intense energy. You might not be knowing where it's coming from. Their anxiety might be draining you. So take some time for yourself and re-energize. Go for a nice hike, or go sit by some water, or take a nice bath, or meditate, or whatever it is you do to refuel yourself. If your Divine Masculine's kind of draining your energy, make sure you refuel yourself. Believe in miracles. They're coming. Having faith in the connection and believing that your Divine Masculine is going to come forward will help give them the courage to come forward. In mystery, you don't know what's coming. They're just going to pop out of nowhere, probably, for a lot of you guys. And you don't know what they're going to say to you, but like I said, when they first come forward, it's probably going to be more of this guarded energy to make sure that you're still into them and that you're not going to bite their heads off, and that they don't want to confess all their feelings and everything right away. So also, this mystery is you don't know what's going on with your Divine Masculine. You don't know what he's doing. And some of us, I think this is a lot for me, is that we're not supposed to know what they're doing. They just kind of take care of things in the background, especially if you've been in separation for a long time. A lot of them want to come forward with everything organized, right? That's why we have this Ten of Pentacles here, which I feel like their lives are either straightened out now or very, very close, at least close enough where they're willing to come forward to you. All right, I'm going to leave the reading there. If you guys like this video, please give it a like and subscribe and comment below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.